Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to find cargo faster, how to make more money when selling cargo, and also how to save money throughout your buying and selling process. That's right, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the tips and tricks that I have learned and gathered throughout my many painstakingly long live streams of trying to buy and sell cargo. I've found out a few things that you may not know about, and I've also got a few tricks up my sleeve that I think will definitely help you out along the way. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to tell you how to find cargo faster. And this is incredibly useful on missions where you have multiple options for vehicles to find. This will happen when the associate texts you and says like, hey boss, the package is split up or it's in one of these vehicles. And on the map, it'll have like 4 or 5 of the green boxes. And you basically just have to pick your luck, go around to each one. If you get the right one, she'll eventually say, hey, this is the one. However, if you use either the start menu or the interaction menu and you scroll down to quick GPS and then over to special cargo, it'll automatically put a marker on the right one, eliminating the dummy versions and saving you time. So again, I have found out that this works in both the map, as in if you hit the start menu and you go down to special cargo, it'll put the marker on there, or you could more easily do it through the interaction menu. Now, this is really cool, and I don't think this was intentional by Rockstar. I think this is something that kind of slipped through the cracks. But for now, because I find these some of the most annoying missions to do, because it's always, in my case, the last one I go to is the one that is actually carrying the cargo. So it really does save me, 4 or 5 minutes of searching the map for the right van. So this method is extremely helpful, and it can really help you out in a situation where you've got cargo spread out between multiple targets. Also, I do apologize for some of the live stream footage. It's just when I play the CEO missions, I'm typically streaming, so hopefully that isn't too much of a nuisance. But the next thing I want to talk about is a selling bonus. This is something that I've gotten a lot in my lobbies, and I was kind of curious as to what it is. So selling your cargo is a very lucrative and dangerous process, especially for the scenarios that I've been in, because everyone seems to want to kill me and ruin my cargo experience. But that's okay. So you can actually get a bonus by the amount of CEOs that are in a lobby. So at least Rockstar has recognized the danger and gives players a high demand reward when they sell cargo. So each player, when they sell, is going to get a certain percentage higher value based on the number of CEOs in the lobby, which is incredibly cool. So if you've got the max number of CEOs in a lobby, which I think is 8, you're going to earn more money than what your actual cargo was. And you can see that that's exactly what's happening to me right now in this scenario. I think I only had like $500,000 worth of goods. And then when I end up going to sell, I end up with like a final total of like $663,000, something like that. So as much as you want to get in a private lobby where there's like zero chance of anything going wrong on the sell missions, Rockstar does reward you for having other CEOs in the lobby. It's a high demand bonus, and it can actually net you a pretty nice extra profit if you do want to take the risk and sell your goods in a lobby with lots of CEOs. All right, up next, I'm going to tell you guys a trick that can save you a lot of money. So there's 2 CEO abilities that are used pretty commonly. One is ghosting the organization, which is pretty nice, and another one is bribing the authorities. Only problem with that are these are relatively expensive, $12,000 and $15,000, which is a lot of money and can take profit away from you. So instead of doing that, I recommend you use Lester's services. Lester has both of these services at a much cheaper rate. You can take yourself off of the radar for, I think it's $500. You can remove yourself from the police radar or going off the radar for the police for a few moments by using the blind eye, which is only $5,000. So when you think about it, it's way less expensive to use Lester's service. Now, there's only one downside. His times are a little bit shorter, and they only impact you, not the rest of the organization. However, there's a workaround to that. If you're playing with a team of, 3 other associates, and you all want to go off the radar, well, it's only $500 each. So each one of you pays $500, instead of the CEO paying $12,000. That is a much better deal and will overall save you a lot more money. The only way that this really doesn't make sense is to use the Cops Turn Blind Eye feature all for individuals, because that would mean your total would be $20,000 as compared to $15,000. But there's rarely a scenario where everyone in the organization has cops. And even if there is one, you can simply just use Lester's service of removing the wanted level, which at the most is going to be like $800 or $1,000. So if all four of you were to do that, and let's say you had a 5 or 6 star wanted level, which is really rare, it would only cost you about $5,000 or $6,000 in total. So that's definitely way less than the Cops Turn Blind Eye feature using the CEO's service, bribing the authorities. So use Lester over the Interaction SecuroServe feature. It is going to save you a bunch of money. The next money-saving tip I have for you, and although it is so convenient, is to not use the Pegasus Concierge inside of your office, because that's going to cost you up to $1,000, anywhere from $5,000 for every vehicle you get out. Because what you can do is simply walk out of your office or walk out of your apartment and then use the SecuroServe menu to select a vehicle. And guess what? It's going to be free. So although it's going to take you about 30 more seconds, in the long run, you're going to be saving a lot of money. Because think about it. If you use that feature every time you go on a buying and selling mission, that's $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 down the drain each time. So in the end, it will save you some money, even though it'll cost you about 30 seconds each time. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk to you guys about today is warehouses. How many you need? What's the best? Do you need all 5? So in my opinion, I have found out that 2 large warehouses is the best and the max that you need. And that's it for a few reasons. One, because there is a time limit between the number of buying and selling missions you can do within each warehouse. There's like a cooldown period. So you guys seen me on live streams how I'll rotate between one warehouse and another. That's because by the time you go to another warehouse and you come back to your office, the time limit or cooldown time period for the other one will already be gone. So I've already made the mistake of purchasing all 5 warehouses. I kind of went way overzealous in the beginning, but you only need 2. A lot of people have been asking me, how many warehouses do I need? What's the best? You only need 2, and if you can get the large ones, go for it, but the mediums will work just fine as well. There simply is not a need for 5 warehouses unless you just have the plan to fill all of them up and to brag and say, hey, look, I filled up all 5 warehouses, which is cool, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of unnecessary also. So anyways, those are all the tips and tricks that I'm going to be going over for you guys today, how you can save some money, earn more money, and save time in Grand Theft Auto Online CEO buying and selling missions. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave it a like rating. That'd be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.